Hello, my name is Michael Babish and I'm a video professional here in Michigan. Many places that are traditionally venues in which people gather are now starting to find out that they need a solution in which they can broadcast instead. This is a quick and simple solution on how to use a cellular streaming device to connect to your existing audio so that you can stream with excellent audio that's already in place at your venue. So if you have a sound system in place, you have a mixer already at your venue. This is my mixer that I own. It does a lot of things, including mixing audio. Yours is going to look a lot different, but for demonstration purposes, this mixer is what you already will have in place at your venue. The main thing that you'll need to be able to communicate your phone with your existing audio solution is a device that turns that analog signal, that clean audio, into a digital signal that your phone can understand. And that is where a device like this one comes in. This is the Senel XU1648 XLR to USB interface. This, as well as the other cables that I'll show you later, is essentially it. This just takes the analog live clean audio feed that's coming out of your mixer in the line out XLR port, and it translates it via USB into a digital signal that your phone or laptop or computer can understand. This does all the heavy lifting. Now there's plenty of other devices out there that do the same thing like this, and there are limitations to this. For example, this is only mono. This is not a stereo device, but if it's just one person or two people talking, that is more than sufficient for our purposes here. It also has some great features such as phantom power, so you can connect this directly to a microphone. If you don't have an elaborate mixer system, but you have a mic you want to use, you can also do that. So that's what makes this really interesting to me. If you have an Apple device, you'll need a way to convert that lightning port that's on the Apple phone, your charging port, into a port that can connect to a USB and communicate with the adapter. This lightning to USB camera adapter is what I would recommend. The good thing about this particular product is that it not only allows you to use the lightning adapter for a USB port like this, but you can also keep the phone charging via lightning adapter here. So this plugs right into the phone, and you'll be able to plug in the electronic USB to XLR adapter right here. You also will need an XLR cable. These are pretty standard. You probably already have them. Here's a short one. Here is a longer one. If you don't have one, if you have a musician friend, they have one. They're very standard audio tools. They're quite easy to find, they're inexpensive, and chances are if you already have a PA system, you already have plenty of these in stock. This is what they look like. This is the female end and this is the male end here. You'll only need one XLR cable, but I suggest getting a longer one and kind of just think out where you want the phone and where you want everything to be in accordance with where your mixer is. If it's 20 feet away, I'd maybe get a 30-foot or a 50-foot cable just to be safe. In this video, we're not going very far, so we're just going to use the short cable. First step is to locate the mixer or PA system at your venue. Like I said, mine looks like this. Yours will not look like this. However, it's important to find it and to find the XLR line out port. It'll look something like this. It'll probably be built right into the panel. But once you find your mixer, look for something that looks like this that has the word line out on it. Now, once you find your line out, just go ahead and plug in your XLR cable into your line out. Next step is to just plug in the XLR to USB adapter into the other end of the XLR cable, which is going into your mixer at your venue. The next step is to get the USB cable. It should come with the adapter. If it doesn't, these are standard printer cables. You can just go to Staples and ask for a printer cable. This is the same thing. Just go ahead and plug it right into the USB to XLR adapter, which is connected to the XLR cable, which is connected to the line out at the mixer. Next, if you're on an iPhone, you just need to take this lightning to USB camera adapter and plug the USB port directly into it. Then plug in your phone into the lightning adapter here. When it's all plugged in, you should see the lights go on like so. This green light means that it's kind of an activity light. As you can see, it's dancing with the sound of my voice. And this blue light means it's working. This red light means that it's feeding phantom power. If you have a mixer, it's important that this red light is off like it is now. So even though you have volume control in here with a nice little dial, and you can kind of crank up the volume feed that's going into the phone, it's really best to keep this as low as possible. If you're in the jam and people are saying, hey, I can't hear it in the stream, you can maybe adjust that a little bit at this point. But it's best to actually adjust the volume on the mixer. The hardware for amplification is a lot better on the mixer rather than this device here. The hears can be a little bit on the cheap end. So try to keep the volume as low as possible. You can raise the volume here if need be, but it's best practice to raise it on the mixer using the dials and the volume knobs there rather than here if you can do that. But again, you have to kind of experiment and see what works for you. It's best to test this out a few times to figure out what configurations work best before you go live yourself. Another cool little feature here is that it has a nice little monitoring headphone jack here, so you can plug in headphones right into there and you can listen to your audio as you see fit. So that's pretty neat, and you can kind of make sure that the audio that's going into the device here is clean and it's working well. So that's basically how you can connect your existing venue's audio system into your phone so as to live stream with good, clean audio that already exists at your venue. Now, every venue is different and you're gonna have to make some changes that works for you, but hopefully this video was helpful to get you started on the right foot. Best of luck and thank you for watching.